What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? It's finally time to start this new day of games. I wanted to get this stuff done on Friday, but of course, with my luck, new computer, everything's back up and running just in time for a whole bunch of new games, and they're doing work on my apartment's roof. You know, it's the weather in Indiana during this time of year. You know, we're coming out of winter, so it'll rain. It'll then get really cold for a couple days, so then it'll freeze, then it'll thaw, then it'll just randomly snow one day, then that thaws, it rains, freezes. There's a whole bunch of stuff, so it's probably just messed up a lot of the weather proofing and all that on my building. So people have just been walking above me all day, so I haven't had a nice quiet time to sit and play some of these new games. But we're finally here for the big rush of 2019. So today we have Far Cry New Dawn, we also have Metro Exodus and Crackdown 3, which I will be starting. There'll be videos posted after this one. Far Cry New Dawn, it's a spin-off. I kind of compare it to Far Cry Primal. It's one of those that it's a spin-off game. It's not necessarily, I'm going to say main canon of Far Cry, even though I would argue that there is no real canon of Far Cry. All in all, I don't know what to expect out of this game. I've kind of with Metro and some of the other games, like I haven't watched a lot of stuff with like with Anthem during the private demos and all that. I haven't watched any footage, or I've been kind of staying away because I want these games now to kind of be a surprise. I wasn't the biggest fan of Far Cry 5. I think while it was still a good shooter, and I feel like it lacked something that Far Cry 3 had in spades, and Far Cry 4 had, to a lesser degree than 3, but it still had. Far Cry 5 had an interesting villain and concept. I just don't think it did anything with it. I think the structure of the game was poor. I hated the first-person silent protagonist thing. I always hate that crap. But yeah, all in all, I'm excited to kind of play this post-apocalyptic after the bombs fell in 5. I've been sitting here yakking. I'm sorry. I got into a monologue there. You know me. I can't be succinct. But either way, let's just hop in. New game. Okay. Oh God, are we playing the? Excuse me. Are we playing? So okay. So I'm guessing again we're playing the silent protagonist. Well then again, I gotta play male character. Your choice is. Okay. Yeah, I usually like playing on the mid-level difficulty. So yeah, this is the end of Far Cry 5.
The day I was born was the day the world collapsed. Those that survived had to make new lives underground. Up above there was nothing but ash and cold and death. People thought it would last forever, but without us up there, life returned. I was 6 years old the first time I saw the sun. Mom and Dad were heartbroken by what they saw. The world they'd known gone forever. But not me. I'd never seen anything so perfect. We weren't the only ones who'd survived, and slowly, but surely, our little community grew. It wasn't always easy, but for a time, there was peace and prosperity. A new home, a new life, a new normal. But, like all things in this world, it was too good to last. The highwaymen came from the east, led by a pair of sisters, twins. Said they'd heard about our little paradise. Said they wanted it for themselves. We never stood a chance. They took everything from us, our food, our homes, our people. We needed a miracle, and that's when we heard the name Thomas Rush. He and his captain have been up and down the West Coast helping folks like us rebuild. and they were on a train headed right through Hope County. Mom sent me to find them, convince them to help us take our home back. They were our last hope, our salvation. But it all went horribly wrong.
Oh, so is this game going to be told kind of like in a flashback? Is she going to be our narrator? I mean, obviously that's Nick Rye's daughter. I mean, this is basically Mad Max in Montana, not out in the deserts. But yeah. Again, I mean, I've made this clear in the back. You know, I hit this. I'm gonna try and get this phrase out. I beat the horse to death in the main series when I was talking this. I hate silent main protagonists in games like these. To me, it feels like, as I always describe it, we feel like I'm observing things happening. I'm not taking part in them. You know, like when you free the first area from the cult in the main story of Far Cry 5, you're at the bar with Nick Rye, the bartender, the preacher. I can't remember their names for some reason. But you know, they're all sitting there celebrating, you know, drinking beers and you know, cheersing and whatever. And then, but your character is about 2 feet, 3 feet back, and you're watching it happen. Your character isn't participating in the events, even though your character set everything in motion. You're basically just an agent for change, but you are not a character. And I don't like that.
Captain, you're alive. Jesus.
Okay, no, it isn't going to be a...
Get up, Captain. Come on, get up. What's the fucking highwaymen? They're gonna kill us. Get up, Captain, get up.
Okay, so it's not being told in flashback. All right, the way she was saying that before that crash made it sound like she was talking about it like it's a flashback.
Barnes, screaming like that, you're gonna bring them all down on us.
Rush, you're alive.
Help me.
No, we have no time, we gotta go.
Barnes, we are not leaving the cabin behind. They're coming fast. We need to stick together. Understood? Cap. Your time to shine. We need to get armed, we need to get our people, and we need you to find a way out of here.
I know, yeah, easier said than done.
One step at a time, Barnes. You lead, we'll follow.
Yep, okay, so we're playing the captain now, not the deputy. There we go.
Oh my god, I thought it was dead.
We need to find the armory wagon. You're up. Save as many people as we can. This way, Barnes.
So what do we... Sorry, I'm trying to see if... Is there going to be a story missions? Okay, so the same basic journal concept. I was looking for like a glossary when it's showing like new characters and whatnot.
More to be safe.
Jesus. Let's see. Copper handgun. They're gonna be crafting in this? It would make sense that there's crafting in this game.
Listen up. This is highwayman territory. Everything you have is ours now. Me and my sister are coming for you.
There's a sandstorm coming. We're in big trouble. We get caught fast.
You know, I heard a lot of the outlets weren't liking the villains in this game. I think I read one article that was talking about how I think he called it what did the headline say? I skimmed through this earlier today. They call it like the Curse of Voss. You know, like they're trying to make all these crazy villains and everything, something like that. Yeah, if you ask me, I've really enjoyed the Far Cry villains recently. I mean, I liked the father. I thought his kids were kind of boring. I thought Faith was probably the most interesting out of any of them. Maybe the one who was carving sins into people's bodies, he was pretty interesting. But the paramilitary one, I think he was Jacob. The one who was voiced by Mark Pellegrino.
This is what you get for fucking with the highwaymen.
Yeah, the one who was voiced by Mark Pellegrino, I thought he was... There we go.
Captain,
Looked like there was actually,
they're gonna finish us off if we don't find weapons to fight back.
looked like there was like a health bar or something above his head. I'm used to seeing that. I also like the detection reticle. It's I don't know. It's a little more subtle, but if anything, I think it makes it a little easier to see in an odd way. Gonna show you what I mean next time it pops up. But yeah, I mean that was my thing with. I mean, I really like, back onto my point, the point I was making a second ago. I really like the Far Cry villains. I've really liked them for a while. Hope County is fertile. Carmina says.
Stay calm. Gotta keep going. There's gotta be more.
Yeah, I really liked Far Cry villains. I loved Voss. Okay, well, I know I picked up... Oh, okay, so it's over here on my... Okay. I see how this... Alright, it's a little different than Far Cry 5. Actually, I like the whole thing, the throwables being there on the side. I like that. Yeah, you see the health bar? Oh, it's like a health bar in a level. Probably trying to make it a little bit more like an RPG shooter. Trying to bring in some stuff that maybe they tried and worked with Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I mean, it's a Ubisoft game. Oh wait, oh look, there's like a weapon levels. Is that like rarity? Might be rarity.
You think you're hot shit? Dance for me then, hot.
Got him. Yeah, it's kind of like an RPG shooter.
I want a bigger gun.
I like it. Yeah, but if you saw the targeting, the detection reticle, I thought it was really easy to.
Rush! Rush, it's Carmina! Rush, if you're alive, head to the river. You can follow the river to Hope County.
Carmina's alive. You heard the lady. Let's get to the river. Captain, Barnes, everyone, on me.
You see, it's a little smaller. It's a little bit more subtle than. God, die!
We need to retreat.
Yeah, it's a little bit more subtle than. Than what we saw in.
Captain, we gotta get out of here.
Sorry, I know I keep breaking off points. Yeah, it's more subtle than it was in the original Far Cry 5, but I like it. Like I said, I think it's a little easier to see and a little easier to.
Oh dear God! I've got sand in my eyes.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
Everywhere.
I don't have a strong enough gun to handle that.
Get to the river.
Okay, how do I turn off burst fire? Oh, okay, it's through that menu. Okay, so I can switch fire modes. Sorry, I know it's going like point to point there. If you were able to kind of keep up with me.
Watch out, Barnes!
Fingers off those triggers. Let's see what they want.
Probably want to bash our heads in. I really like the whole like motocross, like retooled motocross thing. It reminds me of like the old hockey gear stuff from Mad Max, but kind of more modern.
Santa delivered a whole damn train full of presents.
What do we have here?
Rabbits.
Ooh. I gotta ask you rabbits a question. The fuck you think was gonna happen?
Riding in on a giant hunk of iron, just clouds of black smoke.
You think we wouldn't notice?
What do you want?
Barnes.
We want to know if you're problem solvers or problem makers.
What?
Our pops always told us that people either solve problems or make problems.
The world's got too many fucking problems.
And we're looking for people to help solve problems. Our problems. If you're a problem solver, we got you covered. Food, clothes, guns. Anything you need. Even health insurance.
We're gonna get kicked off this cliff, aren't we?
But if you make problems, well, Pops taught us what to do with problem makers.
Problem makers need to be solved.
Old man solved a shit ton of problems in his day.
Yeah.
Hell yeah!
So, rabbits. Are you all problem solvers or problem makers?
We solve
I like 'em.
problems. We've been solving problems all over this country.
Barnes.
We can give you fresh water, build shelters. We can get you anything you need.
Barnes, shut up!
You can build all that?
Well, I'm not me. But Rush here.
Oh, you just made yourself useless. They're gonna kill you.
Well, then you are gonna be our #1 problem solver.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
I knew he was gonna die. Oh, shit.
You done? So, let's try this again. You gonna help solve problems for us, Mr. Rush? Okay.
Save yourself!
How did I know that was gonna happen? Oh, maybe it's because every Far Cry game starts that exact same way. I mean, I gotta say, like, I like the villains. Like, I like how they're playing off each other, the kind of psychotic twin thing. And that's cool. Again, I get where somebody would make the comparison that it's another crazy couple characters. They're exactly like Voss. Not necessarily. I think Voss was more just purely psychotic. These guys are kind of like warlords in a post-apocalyptic wasteland. It's a little different.
I'm Carmina. Oh my god, I saw you hit the water and I was able to pull you out before you drowned, but near as I can tell, I think we're the only ones who got away. Come on. Okay. We have to be careful. The twins, they took off with Rush, but a lot of the highwaymen, they stuck around. Okay, we have to get back to Hope County. My mom, she'll know what to do. Come on.
See, if anything, I don't think it's an issue with the characters. I think it's not an issue with the characters. It's more of an issue.
Follow the river to get to Hope County.
I'm trying to think exactly how to put this. It's not an issue with the characters. It's more of an issue with how every Far Cry game kind of sets itself up. You know, Far Cry 3 started with you captured. Far Cry 4 started with you captured. Far Cry 5, you go into the cult compound. Then you end up captured. And then you have to, like, escape a prison. You know, you make a prison escape. And then at the very end, you end up separated from your guy. And you now have to build your forces up again. What happened in this one? Same thing. We get kicked off a cliff. And now we have to team up with a ragtag band of people to fight back control of this place. It's basically the same game over and over. I think I really like their villains. But I think the games themselves are the same thing. So... sorry, I wanted to get that out. It was kind of...
They must have seen the train coming. I should have known better.
I didn't want to talk over any dialogue.
Those fucking twins, Nikki and Lou. The first time I saw them was when they came to our house. Said it was their house now, and we could either leave willingly or they'd burn it down with us inside. My dad tried to fight, so they took him. Then they took the house. My mom and I were forced to start over on our own. We weren't their only victims, but my mom managed to bring survivors together, and we all tried to build a place where we'd be safe.
You know, I think the post-apocalyptic setting really works for a Far Cry game. It's just a little something different. I mean, I'm used to being out in, like, the forests and jungles and whatnot, but I kind of like this. We're seeing all these houses, but we're seeing nature kind of encroach on them. I mean, yeah, you can argue that this is a concept that's been done to death, but I'll never get tired of, like, post-apocalyptic games, just like I'll never get tired of, like, zombie survival games. But yeah, I mean, but so far, from what I was saying earlier, I'm trying to think what point I was about to make. Right, the RPG mechanics, like you're seeing health bars and levels, and making this more like an RPG shooter. It's kind of the first thing that actually, oddly enough, the first thing that popped into my head.
There's a tunnel up there that leads to Hope County. The highwaymen are blocking our way in.
You see the sniper.
We're gonna need some firepower. Let's keep moving.
The game that actually popped into my head first, oddly enough, was Cyberpunk 2077. That's actually what that and maybe the new Rage, but no, more yeah, Rage I didn't think had health bars or anything like that. It was more of just your typical first-person shooter. I like the RPG shooter mechanics. I mean, if done well, it's very good. You know, having to deal with levels and everything like that, it's... Yeah, I just wanted to talk about Cyberpunk 2077. That's about right. I really hope that the speculation that game is going to just come out sometime this year, I hope that's true. 'Cause I know I'm getting into a tangent here, but what else is new with me? Sorry, I'm just kind of scavenging around looking for materials, weapons, anything like that.
I threw that old 9 when I left to get help. There's a workbench inside. You can use it to build a weapon.
Oh, what are we gonna get? We're gonna go full Dead Rising?
Peace so that we could finally fight back. But now, we're worse off than we were before. I'm sorry about your people. I promise I'll figure out a way to make this right.
I like the animals. Yeah, final thoughts on Cyberpunk. I've seen people speculate it's going to come out this year from some documents, or it was a shareholder meeting at CD Projekt. They said their target was actually 2019 for a release of that game. There's the fact that parts of development had to be done, seeing that, you know, some of the writers and everything have started leaving CD Projekt and going to start other projects. I think they've said that they have a playable build of the game that you can play start to finish. They're refining it, so I think it's possible we see that game this year. I still argue. I feel like it's a lot of my want. I have my real feeling is we're gonna see that game in 2020. You know, like I said at the very beginning, I haven't really looked into this game too terribly much, so I don't know all of the features and how it kind of sets itself apart from just the base Far Cry 5. But I'm kind of hoping that there's an element of like a settlement building. Like we can upgrade, you know, just certain aspects of our settlement, you know, bring in people and stuff like that. Because I know I read something that all your guns for hire, because that system's back, they hang out at like a gun range somewhere in the world.
You can use benches like this to build makeshift weapons and refill ammo. Take a look at what weapons we can craft.
Okay, so we're not... Oh, we're not
Yeah.
buying weapons anymore.
We're gonna have to poke around and scare some up.
So we're making a crossbow, basically. It's a crossbow that shoots saw blades. Oh, that's freaking sweet. Okay. So yeah, from what I can tell from that workbench, I mean, we might not be buying weapons. We might be...
Hey, remember to look up high, too.
We might be crafting, majority. That's interesting. My cat's behind me clunking through stuff and it's making me worried. I want that bag.
Things almost anywhere.
Haha! Look at me go, Mom. Want my stick back.
Might be something nearby.
Never mind, I'll take this baseball bat. And another stick. Saw blade ammo. Yeah, I'm not seeing any more duct tape.
That should do it. Let's haul this stuff back to the workbench. I want to see what you can slap together.
Again, is this Dead Rising? Because that's what this feels like. Oh, does ammo bounce on this? You see where it says ammo and it... I'm like, does ammo... Can we like shoot it off walls and ricochet it? Let's see. The saw launcher 5 launches saw as they bounce on... This crafting bench, like I said, kind of reminds me of Dead Rising, but...
Man, those highwaymen are in for it now. Now we're
But
going
the-
to attack the bridge.
But the gun itself actually reminds me of something from Dead Space. Yeah, Dead Space had something kind of like this, didn't it? No, I'm going the wrong way. Fist fighting. Okay. Quick attack, heavy attack, target lock. Huh. I know I'm going away from the objective. We'll get back on topic. I'll explore later.
God damn it. You breathe this stuff in, it fucks up your lungs. The twin said that no one gets out of Hope County. And no one gets in.
Come on, reload. There we go. I'll take that. Thank you. M1911. I still say probably my favorite handgun. What, 45 ACP? The thing's big as shit. It's just, I always say this. When I think of, when you say handgun to me, that's what I picture. I don't picture like the Glock or Beretta or anything. I picture the Colt M1911. It's just, it's such a cool looking gun. I have heard from people that if you're gonna get it, it's get a compact version. Like if you're gonna get it for self-defense, it's much better to get a compact version because like I said, the actual ones from what I've heard are just super heavy. And because I know I have listeners from out of the U.S. Yeah, guns, whatever. I'm an American. Let me enjoy my toys. always safely and always in self-defense. Blah 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 blah. God. Yeah, I can't scope out the area. Okay, we're going to approach from the right. Going through the brush. There we go. Can actually craft some throwing knives. Yeah, we'll hold off on crafting some other stuff. For now, we'll stick with throwing knives. Oh, God. Got him. Where we... Looks like we're going loud. Boom! Reload. Man, there's something about this. It just feels crisper than Far Cry 5, and I don't know a better way to describe it. It's one of those things that I can't really describe until you. Why do you need blasting caps to create a Molotov? It's one of those things I don't think you'd fully understand me unless you put the game in your hands. Yeah, I think. Again, I think crispness, though, is the best way I can describe it. It's just a nice, smooth shooter. The guns feel good to use. I like the, like I said, RPG mechanics. I keep coming back to that, but I actually like the health bar and damage popping up. Yeah, I mean, it just feels damn good. I actually think as far as Far Cry goes, this might be one of the smoothest just shooting experiences I've had in a Far Cry game.
Come on, we're almost there.
See, now I'm getting weird. This reminds me of Far Cry Primal. Whatever.
Home. I hope Mom is okay.
See, I was actually expecting more just like a purely retooled map from Far Cry 5. But I from some things that I've, kind of had trickle in, like headlines of articles, just little bits and bobs here and there, I'm actually starting to feel like this is its own, well, not its own thing. I mean, it picks up where, like I said, after the bombs in Far Cry 5. But it feels like there's something else here. It's not just... It's not just, here's the Far Cry 5 map with a whole bunch of more vegetation in a post-apocalyptic setting.
Mia. Oh, thank God.
Where's Nick?
So worried.
Mom,
Kids, go back inside. I'll be right there. What's wrong?
There is a whole train full of people to help us. But the highwaymen, the twins, they took Rush. Everyone else was killed.
Oh my God.
It was terrible.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I never should have gone out there, Mom.
Oh, honey.
What are we gonna do now?
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, no one's coming to help us. We're on our own. It's just us.
Shh. Let's get you both inside. You can tell me the whole story. Thank you for bringing her home.
You know, when I'm asking where's Nick, I started thinking, is he is this when he was up on Mars with Herc? Yes, I know the Far Cry 5 DLC were just their own things. Whatever.
All right, guys. You know how to handle a gun. You know your way around this valley better than anybody.
So?
So? Sitting around moping isn't doing any good. Look, Rush was supposed to help us build someplace safe. Now, it's up to us. There are brave people here scattered around. We just have to find them.
Bring everyone together. Show them we can stand up to the highwaymen. Mom, it's not gonna be easy.
I know. But it's our only choice.
Hello.
All right. So I take it that's a mission. You know what, Joseph Cruz? Oh, is this gonna like devolve, kind of like devolve into like some three-way battle between us, the cult, the cult, and the highwaymen? Oh man, that would be awesome. Okay, so it's a collection based. Do we have a map of the area? Okay, so so it looks like the mission structure is still pretty much the same. Okay, I get what we're doing with that.
Good day to hunt.
Maybe we'll do that, maybe we won't. I'm not sure. I'm usually not into doing those kind of missions on camera just because they take a lot of time and I can get frustrated easily. But who's talking to me? Are you kid?
So, this is it. Home. Mom's right. The two of us can work together to build this place back up. Anytime you need a hand, give me a call. I'll come fight by your side, Cap. You don't mind if I call you Cap, right? Captain of Security just sounds, well, a little formal.
Just give me a shield and a weird-looking helmet.
You want to freshen up with a change of clothes before we get started? There's some stuff over there. You should probably talk to Mom. She'll give you the rundown on what we can do for Prosperity.
We're gonna have to get serious about building this place up.
I wonder what life is like outside the county.
Yeah, change clothes. That's what I... Nothing like customizing a thing I won't see, because I'm not playing multiplayer. You know what? All in all, pretty close. Kind of pretty close to my face. I needed to be, like, extremely pale, but... Alright. Yeah, except I wouldn't shave my head on the sides. It's not me. I guess. I kind of wish I could slick my hair back, kind of like that. No, not a mullet. God damn, why do all these haircuts suck? Nah, I hate... No. Looks like, kind of looks like Cobain. God, I hate that shaved on the side, long at the top, kind of like the Conor McGregor thing. I fucking hate that haircut. For some reason, this just looks like something out of an anime. But all in all, you know what? I can actually deal with this, I think. Nah, you know what? Actually, this kind of looks like my character from The Division. Or the first Division. Yeah, I think that'll work. Alright. I know, again, I made fun of it that I'm never going to see this character, and now I'm actually having fun. Camo. I actually kind of like this black and red combination, but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with the Cobain look. Captain pants, just jeans, just shorts. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go black jeans again. Just gonna go that full look. Yeah, I like that. Alright, let's see here. No, actually, that's more like my beard now. My beard's growing in pretty well. Actually, yeah, there we go. I'm having way too much fun with this. Can I wear a ball cap that's like... Yeah, there we go. I kind of dig it. Suburban Bruiser. Alright, there we go. I had way too much fun with that. I keep saying it, I had too much fun with that, but I did.
Right along with help.
My name is Kim. I guess you could say I run things around here. I know you've already been through a lot, Captain. But the truth is, we need all the help we can get. And at the moment, you're it. We thought your people on that train were gonna give us an edge. We were all gonna work together to grow things, make things. We were gonna fight back against the twins. But all of that is gone now. So, it's up to us. We've got a lot of work to do. Let me show you how things work around here.
Working my ass off here, but it feels worth it.
This is Prosperity. If we're gonna have a fighting chance against the Highwaymen, the first thing we've got to do is get this place up and running. We have several facilities to make Prosperity thrive. These are the places where you can craft weapons and vehicles, cultivate plants for health, and many other things.
Okay. So there is an element of, like, settlement building.
In order to get the most out of our facilities, we need ethanol to upgrade them. Your map shows the Highwaymen outposts, where they store the ethanol they stole from us. Secure these locations to get what we need. And here's where you can find specialists. People with the expertise to really give us a fighting chance against the twins. Bring them
Guns for hire.
They'll make Prosperity and you stronger. But without Thomas Rush, none of this is gonna work. He's built up settlements before, and without his knowledge, we won't be able to take Prosperity to the next level. Lately, the twins are sending a lot of prisoners to their coal mine. I'd start looking there. So that's it. We rescue Rush, find people who can run the facilities, and bring them enough ethanol to maximize what we can craft. If you can help us, we'll do everything we can to help you.
Okay, pretty basic idea. Let's see, can I get that map again? Alright, so we got my character, main weapons, 3, sidearm melee weapon, okay. See, I like the simplicity of the screen, that's good. I thought it was a little confusing and or not confusing, it was just a little, it was a little too busy, and, oh my god, Far Cry 5, there we go. Oh, cool, we can get the pastor. Awesome. Don't know who this guy is, but I like him. Heavy gunner. Nana. Okay. Good old Herc. Okay, Horatio, Timber. Okay, then. And then we have our perks. Okay, so I'm taking it. That's what the things up at the top are. It's like skill points, the ethanol for upgrading facilities, and I'm not sure what the third one is. I'm sure we'll get that explained. Okay, so we can go help Rush at the coal mine.
Oh, hello? This is Bean, founder of Wikipedia. I could use a hand chasing down...
Okay, then. I'm gonna guess these are, like, might be side missions? Not sure. Okay, so we got Nick Rye out there, Sharky. The map actually might be smaller. 30 outposts. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's the exact same map as Far Cry 5. So I'm trying to think what I want to do. You know what? We'll come up here and try and check out this what I assume is an outpost.
You're lucky to be alive after that crash.
Okay, prosperity. Unlock facilities upgrades. Facilities can be upgraded to level 1. To get to level 2, we need 2 specialists, 3 facility upgrades, and...
This is gonna make things
Okay.
better. We're all grateful.
Oh, you're the captain from the train, huh?
Sure. Explosive labs, expeditions. Okay. I'm kind of digging this.
I'm all set to go.
I mean, in a way, I actually think this setup works a little bit more for this than what it did for Far Cry 5.
Glad you're gonna help out Prosperity.
Okay, I thought he had a...
Heard Wade Fowler planned to start up a new Fang Center at the old church down the way. Rumor has it he met a tragic end, but there might be supplies you could recover.
There you go. Okay, how to prosper. Let's take a look. Okay, so it's crafting. Never be outgunned. Yeah, okay, so levels.
Sorry about that.
Diversify and spread around perk points. Rare materials, and then ethanol. Okay. The basic, running through the basic gameplay loops. Kind of giving us that basic gameplay loop. Yeah, I think that this game is going to kind of be like Far Cry 5. It's going to be that sort of free-form...
I'm good.
Missions can... At some point, I expect this all to kind of open up and we find out that there's, like... the map is divided into regions, and then within those regions, there's bosses, and then there's little mini-stories with those bosses. Again, basically the setup of Far Cry 5, and I wasn't a big fan of that. But, I mean, honestly, if they can keep the story to be a little bit more linear, keep up this kind of survival post-apocalyptic thing, I could really see this... Really see myself loving this. I'm just fearful that we're gonna slip back in... That we're just gonna slip back into that sort of, They used that story... They used the storytelling method in, Ghost Recon Wildlands, which I think worked in that game because there were so many targets, and each one you could kind of knock out in about an hour or two. They were, again, they were each all kind of each different, and you saw the giant web of the organization. It's actually that reminded me of Crackdown. I know that's funny with Crackdown 3 coming up. Actually, I'm gonna probably be playing that next. Yeah, it reminds me of the original Crackdown in that way. Oh, too late. That's fine. We're gonna go in on foot to try and check this place out. So I'm rambling and probably make myself hard to understand. Let's head up there, see if we can. Dude's not even moving.
Cap, there's reports the highwaymen have got people stealing goods off of corpses. These guys are chicken shits, and they'll run at the first sign of trouble. If you see any, take them out and loot their backpacks. They'll be full of things you can use.
Dude didn't even try to run. He just stood there.
Hey, Cap. Finding the highwaymen is no walk in the park. If you ever find yourself outgunned, you can craft better weapons with the resources you find in Hope County. And remember, the folks in Prosperity are here to help in any way they can. We won't let you down.
Alright, so let's liberate an outpost. That's how we'll close out here. Do I not have binoculars? Not that I can tell. Okay. Is it a perk to have binoculars? Grapple, repair torch, skydiving, fishing rod. No? Okay. I'm going quiet. Now, the long and short of what I was saying earlier, it's just I think Ubisoft tried to take a narrative. It tried to take a narrative idea that worked for one game and implement it in another, and just the theme of the game didn't, in my opinion, didn't work for it. Trying to mark as many as I can. I really hope I'm not gonna get caught with some sort of copyright here. Okay, I gotta remember that my saw blades bounce. Stay turned.
This place makes our vehicles purr like kittens.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Slide around here. Kind of trying to take out the guys on the perimeter before I start moving towards the middle. Actually, that guy being out there, I'm actually in a pretty good position.
It'll be like they were never there.
Oh, oh. Okay, I wanted her to stealth kill that guy, but that didn't happen. Damn it. Didn't he have a shotgun or something? Damn, I still got a waypoint up. There we go. I hear him, I just can't.
Backup's coming from the road!
Okay, frickin' tell me where you are so I can shoot you in the face. Just gonna go around looting. He's, yep, right around the corner. Boom! Hey, we actually get to see our guy. Okay, so this gives us ethanol that we can use to upgrade our facilities. I think. Oh, cool, inside missions.
Great job getting that place back for us. We'll put the ethanol you got to good use. Now, you have two choices. You can keep the outpost, or you can scavenge it. That means the highwaymen will come back with tougher reinforcements. But if you take it again, you'll get more ethanol.
Oh, that's interesting. I mean, for now, let's hold on to it. You know, we don't necessarily need to scavenge it, and plus we probably aren't ready to take on another difficulty like that. That's cool. Alright, so let's see here. Improves health and damage, weapon crafting. Expeditions and fast travel. I think we're going to take expeditions. There we go. Home is where the part is.
Keep an eye out for scouts. They've always got intel.
Oops. I want to see what we can craft. It's a normal old wooden bat. Really, we can make a magnum revolver with duct tape and metal. Okay. Although I like that, how it's not a money-based system now. Rusty ARC. I need to really do some scavenging, I guess. And then rank 2 weapons. Okay.
What's happening in Hope County? Whether it's an outpost, buried treasure, or a new ally in our fight, they'll always update your map with the location of something worth your while.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm pleasantly surprised with everything I've seen so far. I've really enjoyed this. I mean, if I've said anything negative in this video, I've said I was making fun of the last Far Cry game. Yeah, I've really enjoyed this so far. I like the idea. I'm liking the world. I'm liking the changes, the characters, concepts, everything. Yeah, I think this is great. I mean, again, we're only been playing for about an hour now, but all right. Either way, I've yacked enough and taken up enough of your time, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Facebook, Twitter, the website, Minds.com. Links to that stuff is all down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more next time. But until then, my name's AJ Gels. This is Home Game Channel. I'm out.